Hi there, Libra. This is Miss Joan of Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I'm going to do the overview video for November, which will be October 30th through December 30th, and that is going to be 5 weeks. So we'll have 5 columns of cards, and we will, of course, cover the first week at the end of this video. All right? So I'm pre-programming these cards for you, so they'll be ready to go. All right, I'm going to set these ones aside and go ahead and pre-program these for the very first week of November, being October 30th through November 5th. So we'll be ready to go at the end. All right. More. All right, they're ready to go. We'll set them aside. I'm going to go ahead and lay these cards out. The first row is going to be all about the theme of the week. All the cards will face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means I don't read them upside down. There are no bad cards, so don't be alarmed by anything we see. The second row is going to be what's blocking us on that week. And the third row, of course, will be our solution, because I don't look at problems without looking for solutions, all right? Final card for the month. Boom. Nice. So let's just look at what's going on, and we will discuss the month. All right. So October 30th through November 5th, we have the Two of Cups, which is the Two of Cups is telling me that there's a relationship at issue. If you are in a relationship, then you are going to be having some things going on this week with your partner. Very exciting and fun, possibly. And of course, if you're not in a relationship, you might have somebody coming around, looking around and seeing what's going on. Okay? So keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled. Be friendly, shall we say. Yes, it's a good idea. The Page of Wands is here telling me that there's information about some sort of class you might have to take that is going to interrupt you doing your flirting thing. So that'll be kind of a drag for those singles. And yet at the same time, it's a real reality for those who are not. All right? Now, of course, our solution is looking at the Star. And the Star is telling me that the hardest work is over. Okay? So within this potential relationship, the hardest work is over, and this class getting in the way is just a drag. It isn't going to be that a bone-crushing experience, I don't think, and it won't be a deal breaker within the relationship. It's just sort of a, damn it, you're not around kind of thing. So cool. Let that be a mellow, no big deal kind of week, and let that little speed bump be part of what it is, and keep it that way. Keep it a speed bump in a relationship. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go deep on this at the end of this video, so I will move on to the next week, being the 6th through the 12th of November. The Wheel of Fortune is here, telling me that you are having some sort of karmic experience right now. That tells me, of course, that something, who you were in the past is rearing its ugly head here. Not ugly, of course. But if you've been doing good deeds and all those good things, you are going to have good things happening for you this week. Meanwhile, if you're not, or you weren't, then things could be evening out, shall we say, right? The Magician is here. The Magician is telling me that in this moment, everything you want to get done, you're not going to be able to just apply yourself and get it taken care of. There will be more blockages to your moving forward than is your preference, okay? So keep that in mind and let that be part of what you understand about what's going on, okay? So it's a frustration, but it's a true one, and you're not going to be able to just do what you want to do and get it done. Knight of Cups is here saying that you will have to fight for your heart's desire as part of your solution. So you're going to stand up to people and say, look, this is what I want, this is how I want it done. It's going to take a little convincing to get it the way you want it, okay? So be calm, but sure of what you want. Be clear about what you want. How this fits into your karmic lesson, I don't know. We will get more information on this later that will help me understand your karmic lesson here. More information will be good. All right. So let's move on to November 13th through the 19th. And this week we want you to use your best judgment. Use the best judgment you have. You've learned and lived with all kinds of different things, and you have seen some things and understand some things, so you are prepared in this moment for what's going on, okay? The Death card is coming up as a blockage, so there's something in your life that has seen its better days and is no longer of use to you, and it's important for you to release it. This could be a relationship, it could be physical stuff, it could be a way of thinking. Whatever this is, you're going to use your better judgment, as we talked about above, to figure out what it is that needs to be let go of, because now it's holding you back. Whatever this is holding you back. So we want you to let go of this thing. That's why the Death card shows up. It's to say, hey, you can let go of it. It's all gone. Oh, but the Two of Swords shows up to tell me that you have some fear about releasing it. So it's obvious to you. It's in the way. It needs to go. And yet you're afraid of letting it go. I understand. We'll get more information on this later, but my heart goes out, and I want you to know that sucks. I'm feeling sad about that. Interestingly, the next week, the 20th through the 26th, we start with the Devil. And I think the Devil is here to say you've been sabotaging yourself, or you have potential to sabotage yourself this week, maybe from a lack of release. So if you don't release the thing over here you need to let go of because you're afraid, you're going to end up in a pickle of self-sabotage, okay? And continue to hold yourself back. The Ace of Wands is also holding yourself back, so your big idea is not going to work. You're going to try and save it. Try and save something that doesn't need to be saved. Sorry about that. It doesn't need to be saved. It doesn't want to be saved. It shouldn't be saved. It's done. So all of this to say that the King of Pentacles is going to stand up and say, I'm the guy who knows all about the money, and you need to let that thing go. Okay? So hang in there. Hang on. Don't freak out. We're here. We're good. We're going to help you. Okay, Libra? Now, the final week, 27th through November 27th through December 3rd, we're looking at the High Priestess. Your intuition is on point, okay? So you have some new information coming to you that's awesome, and you're feeling very good, and your gut is telling you exactly what you should do and how good it's going to be. It's going to be great. But going back to a way of your personal faith in a physical way isn't going to get you where you need to go, okay? So if your intuition tells you to do one thing, and habit tells you to go to church and pray about it or whatever, praying about it ain't going to get you where you want to go, okay? You're going to need to follow your gut. If your gut tells you, hey, I really got to do a thing. I got to do something right here. I got to do this right here. It's going to be a thing. I'm just going to do it. It'll be okay. Then just do it. Follow your gut. the Three of Wands here as your solution card is telling me that, quite frankly, you've seen this before. You've felt this before. You've understood this before. You've learned this lesson before. So you can look back now and go, oh yeah, yeah, seen this, been here, done that. And that's how it should be. Is been here, done that. Let it go. Whatever you need to move on it and get it done. Okay? So we're going to set these cards aside. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the first week. And we will get some more in-depth card reading going on here. More cards. Okay, so this first week of November, being October 30th through November 5th, we pulled the Lover's card, or the Two of Cups, sorry, not the Lover's card, Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups was saying that there's a relationship at issue right now, and that's interesting because there's like something up here. Let's see. There's King of Swords telling me that, of course, somebody wants to be in charge within the relationship and tell everybody what to do and how it's going to be. Is it you? If that's the case, finding a way to do it and do it right is important. All right. The Star card shows up over here to say, hey, the hardest work is over within this relationship situation. So you've already established, I think, who's in charge. Figure out who you are in the relationship and either find a way to be more heard. If you're sitting back and feeling unheard, you need to step up and say, hey, I need to be heard. But it's okay. It's all good. Okay? The Page of Wands is telling me that there's new things, new information to be understood and learned in this process. But it's going to be blocking you right now. So while you're in the process of wanting to learn, you could block yourself in this relationship. And hiding out and running away isn't going to be the answer. It's not. This isn't how you're going to get it fixed. Okay, so don't run away. Don't hide. Don't close down. Don't shut down. Stay engaged in the process. Okay, stay engaged. But don't. Also, try not to take your power back in a kind of way, because that's not how relationships work at all. Okay, so cool your jets, as we say. Calm down. Understand what's going on. Know that you can assert yourself in a different way just by being open, because the Star is here over here too, right? We were talking about that before. And the hardest work is already over. You don't have to go willy-nilly crazy. You can fortify your foundation and power. All you got to do is have a little conversation and say, hey man, I appreciate that you pretty much take the lead in most situations, but I want to say that I'd like to share some of that responsibility if possible. That way nobody's totally in charge. And if it's you who are the one who's super in charge, then you still want to share the responsibility and say, look, I really want for you to, I want to hear your voice. I want to hear what you want. I want to engage you. I want you to be part of. Okay? Cool? And that's a really nice way of saying it too. So there you go. There is the Queen of Pentacles here saying that something's going on with the money. Somebody within this relationship is very concerned about the money, and having a conversation about that, because money and power go together hand in hand. Pay attention to what's going on with that. All right, and that is what's going on for your first week of November. All right, Libra. We will talk next week about the 6th through the 12th. Thank you.